Good morning. Myself, Rainu Gupta, Professor in Education, Sanskriti University, Mathura. Today we will learn about social change. That what is the meaning of social change, how the social change is coming in our society, and how education can help in bringing social change in the society. So first of all, we will understand what is social change. Before starting the social change, we should understand what is change. Change that is coming in the human being, and we already know that from the ancient period till now, there are many changes coming in the human beings. You can see in the figure that first of all, the human was looking like this Australopithec, then Homo erectus, then Neanderthal, then Cro-Magnon, and after that Slavo-Vlach. So it means this is the evolution of humankind, that is the change coming in the human being. But after that, this portion you can see that in this figure, the human being has come in the proper shape. So it means that human, after that there are growth that is coming in the human being. In the infancy period, that he or she looks like a child, then in the adolescence and after the adolescence period, he or she can become the father and mother of a child, and this is the adulthood stage, that is the old age. So it means human is growing day by day, and now as the human being grow, the nature also grow. We can't ignore the nature because nature helps in the growth of the human being. Here you can see that how the children of the animals are very small. There they go with their parents, as in the human beings also we can see when the child is very small, he or she goes with the parents and parents guide them how to behave, how to walk, how to eat. So it means they remain under the guidance of their parents. In the third figure also you can see that here the human beings are going. So it means that it is the evolution in the nature. This is regarding the animals and human beings. If we see about the plants also, the plants are also growing in the nature. They are changing in the nature. So it means nature is changing, plants are changing, animals are changing, human beings are changing. So it means change is perceptible, change is inevitable, change is permanent, and change comes when changes comes in the society. So it means the change is never fixed. So it shows that everything is changing in the world. There are, we can see three types of changes: change in the science, change in the culture, change in the technology. As the scientists do the experiments, and with the help of the experiments, then it brings change in the science. That with the help, as you can see here in this picture, you can see there are rockets. So it means it is the changes coming in the technology, that with the help of the brainstorming, the scientists are doing changing. And nowadays, previously it was not there, but with the help of the change in the technology, now every country is framing the rockets. So here it is the machinery, here it is the television. First of all, if we think about in our houses, that a small portion or a very big size of the television were there. But as the technology grows, so it means the size of the TV has become very small, and it now we can see everything in a small notepad which is in our hands. So it means in the mobile also we can see everything. It means it is the change in the technology, it is a change in the science. So it means, and this is a change in the culture. That as we grow, now we can say as we are celebrating different festivals, now the way of celebrating that festivals is also changing. The way of accessories is also changing. The way of behavior is also changing. So it means the change in the culture also comes as soon as the child grows, human being grows, the brain grows, and the intelligence changes, personality changes, the change in the culture also comes in the society. So it means nothing is permanent. Everything is changing. Here you can see that it is a Hercules. He says everything flows, nothing stand still. As water flows from one portion to the other portion, from one corner to the other corner, in the same way everything flows, our behavior flows, our thinking flows, our intelligence flows, our working flows. So it means everything flows. You could not step twice into the same river. Suppose this is the river and we are stepping. So it means we will step forward or we will step backward. We can't say that we will step on the same floor twice. So it means twice we can't do the same thing. Everything we say or we do in the different manner. So it means for other, waters are ever flowing on to you. And as we step into the water, it means water flows over. So in the same way, as we think, as we grow, as we grown up, we become the big persons, we grown up persons, and our thinking changes. And when the thinking will change, it means the water, as the water flows upward, it means our working system also changes. So everything is changing in the world. We can't say that there is anything which is not changeable. When there is change in social structure, as we can talk about some agencies, as we can take the example of panchayat. Previously, we say that when there are 5 persons in the panchayat and one is the sarpanch, that becomes the panchayat. But now the system has been changed. In the panchayat, the number of person depends upon the number of people residing in that village. So it means the social structure is changing. Social order are also changing. That our living standards are also changing. Our behavior is also changing. Rules of the societies are also changing time by time. Social values are changing. Now, we can't say that the values which are coming from the ancient period, from 300 BC till now, they are remaining fixed. They are changing with the help, as the education is growing, people are becoming educated, the values are also changing. But 3 values are constant. What are those? That is Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. These 3 values are constant, they never changes. All the other values are changeable. Certain customs and traditions. So it means customs are also changing, traditions are also changing now, and it depends upon the thinking, and it is the function of, it is the effect of the education that our customs and traditions are changing. So it means our conduct is also changing, standards in the society are changing, attitude of the people are changing, traditions are changing, and some related factors are also changing, and all these changes are coming under one, that is social change, because people are living in the society. That is why the change coming in the society due to the effect of different factors can be termed as the social change. There are some definitions. This is, I think, the best definition, that by social change, I understand a change in the social structure. What do you mean by the social structure? Social structure means the size of the society is changing. As nowadays, we can't say that every people is living at the same place. There are different societies are coming, and the people are living in the different societies, and size of the society is changing. The composition or the balance of its part is also changing. Composition means the elder people are there, small children are there, females are there, men are there, older people are there. So it means composition is also changing, and type of its organization. In some societies, some organization are coming in the society, that there is the president, there is secretary, or there is accountant, and all the other people are member. So it means organization is also changing. Thus we can say that social change has been defined by different authors or psychologists. As Lundberg also says that social change is any modification in the established pattern of interhuman relationship. Nowadays we can see that the relationship between human to human, human to society, human to village, human to nation, human to internation, that are changing. So it means that is also termed as the social change. Now we come to the characteristics of social change. The change is social. What do you mean by it? That the change coming in the society, that will be termed as the social change. That is why we say that change will always be social. Social means that change will be accepted by the society. Change is universal. We can't say that change in coming in Noida or that change in coming in UP, or that change is coming in Mathura, or that change is coming in the Vrindavan. That change is universal. So it means that change is coming in throughout India, whether it may be east, whether it may be west, whether it may be north, or whether it may be south. So it means the change is universal. Change is continuous. We can't say that change will be stopped. It will remain in continuity. We can't say that after that the change will not come. This is the only change that will come in the society. That will not be termed as the change. Change is the continuous. Then the change is inevitable. We never invite the change, that this change is to become in the society. It is inevitable. Automatically, with the thinking of the people, with the working of the people, the change comes in the society. Change is temporal. We can't say that change is permanent. Change changes itself with the passage of the time. If it becomes permanent, that will not be termed as the change. So that is why change will always be temporal. Degree or rate of change is not uniform. We can't say that this change will remain for 2 years, this change will remain for 2 weeks, this change will remain for 3 weeks, this change will remain for 2 months. We can't say. So it means the rate of change is not uniform. As we can take the example of change in the education system. Previously, if we talk about earlier from before 1986, our education pattern was, in some states it was 10 plus 1 plus 3. In some states it was 10 plus 2 plus 3. So it means the change was there. But after 1986, throughout India, the change coming in the education system, that it becomes 10 plus 2 plus 3. So it means the rate of change is not uniform. Now again, when NEP 2020 was announced, again the change is coming in the education system, that primary education has increased by 3 years. So it means in this way we can say the degree or rate of change will never be uniform. It may be planned or unplanned. Some changes come in the society with the planning way. Plan, it means educationists do the planning, scientists do the planning, researchers do the planning, and on the basis or as the effect of the planning, the change come in the society. But sometimes the change comes automatically. That, as we can say, if the weather is changing in the society, we don't know that how much change will come in the weather. So now we are to wear the cotton clothes, now we are to wear the winter clothes. So it means nobody knows about that change, that change will come in the society. Nobody will invite that This change will come, as we can say, nowadays, the thinking of the adolescents, adolescents is changing day by day. They are following the pattern of the Western countries. So it means it is not invited. They are seeing in the society that this is the way of behaving, this is the way of wearing, this is the way of talking. So it means it is inevitable. So in this way we can say that social change is not planned, that this change should come in the society. When this change comes in the society, after that we plan that whether this change is for the benefit of the society, whether this change is for the growth of the society, whether this change is for the useless of the society, or we can say this change should not come in the society. After that we plan that this change should be prolonged or this change should be finished. Social change is multi-causal. We can't say there is only one cause for any social change. When change comes in the society, many causes are responsible for that. Suppose we can say nowadays the changes are coming in the technology. Can we say that only one cause is responsible, that technique should be changed? No, because nowadays it is the requirement that the persons are having less time and they are to do multiple work, and multiple work can be done only with the help of the technology. So it means there are many causes responsible to bring changes in the technology. Social change creates chain reaction. When social change comes in the society, reactions there are not only from one group or one society. The changes are coming from different society in different ways. We can't say that reactions are same for everyone. Reactions are different. As we can take the example of education system nowadays, that in NEP 2020, the change they are suggested that interdisciplinary education should be started. Now, everybody is coming with different reaction that whether interdisciplinary education will be profitable for the society, will be profitable for the new generation, will be profitable for the growth of the Indian economy. So every person, economist, educationist, scientist, child and the grown-up person, every people is reacting in their own way. So it means it is chain reaction. From different chain the reactions are coming. Prediction is uncertain. We can't say that this change will bring the growth in the economy. This change will change the behavior of the people. This change will be helpful in the growth of the families. This change will be helpful in the growth of the younger generation. This change will be helpful for the development of the political system. Nobody can predict. When change comes, people apply, and after that the result is there. So it means the prediction is uncertain whether this change will be fruitful or not. Now there are different types of, as we are seeing the characteristics of social change, on the basis of that we can describe there are different types of social change. According to Abrele, there are mainly 4 types of social change, that is alternative, redemptive, reformative and revolutionary. Alternative changes, we can say that one by one after the other, as in the characteristics also we saw that the change are not one by one. Changes are alternative. We can say one after the other. The time period is not fixed, that this change will come after 2 years, this change will come after 2 months. So it means changes are alternative. Changes are redemptive. Redemptive means one change is coming and suppose that change is not very useful for the society. It means in the redemption, other change will come in the society. Reformative, as we can take the example of dowry system. that in our society, the dowry system is going on. And to reform that dowry system, the changes are coming in the society. Some younger generation are following that we will not take any dowry. So it means that type of change can be called as reformative change. Then revolutionary change. Revolutionary change means that when the changes are coming in the technology, in the science sector, in the industrial sector, in the agriculture sector, technology is changing. That changes is revolutionary. Or we can say that when we got the independence, the change was coming in the minds of the people. And in the minds of the people, how the change comes? Change comes with the help of the education, with the help of the families, with the help of the environment, with the help of the heredity. So that change will be called as revolutionary change. And that change, sometimes revolutionary change is required for the development of the society. So you can see here that alternative social change, redemptive social change. Redemptive social change, we can take the example of alcoholics. Okay, for the alcoholics to, we can say, remove the habit of alcohol, we want to bring that change. That nowadays we can see that in the villages, some women are making their groups that their husbands are alcoholic, and how we can improve their family status, how can we improve the thinking of that people. So it means this type of change can be termed as redemptive change. So it means evolutionary change, that is another change. It comes in the course of a long period, because all the changes that we have done, 4 types of changes that come in the short period within a duration of 2 months, 6 months or 1 year. But this evolutionary change comes in a long period, and they comes very slowly and gradually through evolutionary process. They are not so drastic as I have explained about the revolutionary change. They proceed gradually like the process of conditioning. So it means there are, as in the psychology, we have studied condition and response, or we can say stimulus and response. In the same way, in this society, condition is there, people learn to adjust with such changes gradually. So it means when the change coming in the society, people are in the initial period, people are not ready to accept that change. But slowly and slowly, when every person is accepting that change, so it means nobody will be there in the society who will not accept that change. But that change brings with the passage of time, and it is very slow. So that type of change can be termed as evolutionary change. Now there are different factors which are responsible for bringing social change in the society. First one is the geographical factors. In the geographical factors, there are 3 types of factors: physical factors, natural calamities and migration. How the physical factors are responsible for bringing social change? As we can say that geographical conditions, there in the India, as we see that there are 4 directions: east, west, north and south, and in all the direction the geographical locations, the geographical conditions are different. So it means their changes are according to their geographical condition. So physical or geographical factors are responsible, as we can say that nowadays deforestation is going on. As a result of the deforestation, the pollution is coming in the society. So it means in this way the geographical factor is responsible for bringing change in the society. Natural calamities. Some we can say, as all of us know about the tsunami. Tsunami was there and nobody was expecting that tsunami will be there. But when tsunami was there, the effect was that, as the effect of tsunami, people were migrating from one place to the other place. other place. We can take the example of Corona. Corona was the not the natural calamity, it was due to some factors, but what was the effect? Many persons, many families had disturbed as the effect of the Corona. So it means education was affected, economic changes were affected, political changes were affected, everything, industrial factors were affected, agriculture factors were affected. So it means it was the natural calamity, or we can say physical calamity, we can call it, and the climate. So it means the change coming due to the, and in the Corona period, the lifestyle of the people totally changed. So it means that type of change can be called as the change due to the calamities. Migration. As in India, we see that people like to live in the urban areas because they don't have much facilities in the village areas. So as a result, we can say they want to migrate from village to the urban areas. The population is increasing in the urban areas. And when they come in the urban areas, so it means they need more schools, they need to work, it means more employment they are seeking. On the other hand, we can say they want to live in the societies, residential facilities are needed. So such type of change was due to the migration. And the other change, in which society they are living. To some people, they will show their traditions, their culture, and they will learn some culture, some tradition from the other people which are living in that society. So it means their thinking, their way of living, their standard of living will also change accordingly. So that change will come due to the migration. So such type of changes are coming due to the geographical factors in the society. Next factor, the main factor is biological factor, which is not in our control. Population factor. As we can say that population is increasing day by day. Nowadays, in many countries, we see that older people are there. In one country, when older people, number of older people are more, so that country, the economic situation of that country will be affected. It means the workers will be less available. When the number of workers will be less available, so it means productivity will be affected. When productivity will be affected, it means their cost of living will be affected. So it means it is the circulation of the population that will affect the economy. When the population is increasing, it means the residential factor is required. When the residents are required, deforestation will be there. So it means as nowadays we are talking about the sustainability of the factors, sustainability of the we can say resources, sustainable development is required. The sustainable development, why we are saying nowadays that sustainable development is needed? Because when the new generation is coming, they don't even get, nowadays we are imagining that water, drinking water is lacking. And when the drinking water is lacking, nowadays some people are saying that now, as nowadays we are going to the petrol pump to take the petrol in the bottles or in the cars or in the scooters. After 10 or 20 years, the time may come, we will go to the water pump to purchase the water in the bottle. So it means drinking water will be so shortage as we are wasting nowadays the water. So that is why population factor is the major factor for bringing social change in the society. Then cultural factor. The culture is changing, culture is never fixed. But till now, in India, we can say the culture is the best culture. Because in India, the culture is multi-linguistic culture, multi-communistic culture, we can say languages culture, multidisciplinary culture, district wise culture. So it means cultural factor. And when suppose we are going to the east, So we try to opt some culture of the Eastern people. If we go to the West, we try to opt some culture of the Western people. When the West people are coming to the North side, they want to opt some culture from the northern area. So it means cultural factors are also responsible for bringing change in the society. Technology factor. That is very, very important nowadays, because as the effect of the education, the technology is changing day by day. And when the technology is changing, nowadays we are not to do the multiplication with the help of the mind. In everywhere, when you go to the shopkeeper, he will calculate only on the calculator. So it means, or on the, nowadays calculator are also outdated. Now every people will calculate on the mobile phones. So it means when the technology is coming in the society, the life is becoming easy and easy. And the life is becoming so easy that now everyone wants to develop more and more technology, so that if we can take the simple example, if we take the floor, or we are to eat something that is available in the storage, that is available in the cold storage, we will bring from the market and we will keep the thing on the gas or in the microwave, the cooked food will come out. So it means it is the effect of the technology. It means the thinking of the people. Nowadays, the people have more time to work. That is, technology is saving the time and the energy. So that change is coming in the society. Diffusion. Diffusion means when the thinking of the people are changing, the social change will come in the society as the effect of change in the thinking, working of the people. Psychological factor. Psychology deals with the mind of the people. As nowadays much anxiety is there in the society, and due to the anxiety factor, so many, we can say, suicide cases are there. Earlier it was not so, but nowadays when the pressure of work are there on the people, and or we can say they have some relations with the other person, and that relation will not prolong for the long time, or they are not satisfied. So with the as the effect of the psychology, they commit suicide. So it means, and we can say, we can take the example of education system at the +2 level, at the 10th level, or at the graduation level. When the parents are having high expectations from the society, from the children, that my child should get the top position, my child should get the admission in the IIT. So it means, and when the child is not capable to get that, and he is not able to fulfill the expectation of the parents, then he or she commit the suicide. So it means the change in the thinking of the people are coming. Nowadays, the parents are responsible for bringing change in the behavior of their child. So that is the psychological factor. Isolation and contact. That is a major factor that is coming in the modern society. Why it is so? Previously, the joint family system was there. The joint family system was there. The people are living in a group, in a family, and they talk with each other if any problem is there. But nowadays, single family system is there. So nobody is there to discuss the problem. Even the parents don't have the time to take food with their child. So it means when the child is alone and he is thinking at their own way, he is making friends accordingly. So it means sometimes the isolation becomes the factor responsible for the committing suicide. So it means the isolation is also the major factor to bring changes in the society. Then social structure. Social structure, it means now previously in the ancient period, every people living in their society know each other. But now the people don't have the time, and that is why they don't meet each other and they don't intermixed with each other, and they remain alone because they are so busy in their work. So it means the social structure, but some social organizations nowadays are coming in the society for the older people, for the children, for the younger generation. That is why they become the member of that social structure, social organization, and they do some work for the benefit of the society. Attitude and values that comes in the society, in the environment, in the family, as well as we can say the values nowadays are deteriorating day by day, but education is only the factor with the help of which we can improve the values of the society. So in this way, today we talked about what is change, what is social change, how the social change is coming in the society, what are the different types of social change, and what are the factors responsible for social change. In the next lecture, we will do how the education will help in bringing social change in the society. Thank you.